Poppin', I love you. Poppin', I love you. Poppin', I love you. Poppin', I love you.
We're A-Game, a 100% Black-owned company with an all-natural product and world-class customer service. We're headquartered in California, and we manufacture, package, and ship right here in the United States. We ship to more than 125 distributors worldwide. Normal processing is 2 to 3 days, and we employ virtual tracking until our product is received. So, no matter where you are in the world, here we come, and we're bringing your A-game.
What's going on, world? DS1 Ross, and we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. Shout out to everybody who support the platform. Much love. Salute to everybody that's in the building. Shout out to all the visionaries. I appreciate all the love and the support. Salute to the A-Game family. Salute to the A-Game nation. And we back here on SHEEPSTAYSLEEPTV. If you are in the building, make sure you hit the like button. Make sure you hit the like button. After you hit the like button, make sure you hit the share button. Share the show. Share it on your community tab, Facebook, Instagram, anywhere that you share videos. Share this stream. Share this stream. Because we're going to get it in this evening, man. We're going to get it in this evening. So make sure y'all hit the like button. Make sure y'all share the stream. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. Salute. Salute to y'all. And before we get totally into the topic, I want to once again salute to our sister Kendra D for that lovely, lovely, lovely collab she did yesterday with Danica Marie. You know, make sure you go over there and you check that out. If you are subscribed to Miss Danica Marie Dope Discussions, go over there and make sure y'all check out the Crimson Cure and their lovely collab. Make sure y'all go over there and y'all support our sister. You know, she did a thing yesterday, so make sure y'all go over there and y'all show her some support. Y'all go over there, y'all watch it. Make sure you share it. Make sure you like it. And support our sister, man, because she needs our support here in this space. So make sure y'all go over there and show her that support, you know. So I want to salute to her. I want to salute to the entire A-Game family, the entire A-Game nation. Salute. We are here. And today we're going to talk about a man's poor vetting process. We're going to speak on what happens when men vet a woman poorly. That's important because I noticed that here in social media, there's a lot of men who have issues with women. And when you're a man, listen, let me let you brothers know something. Stop letting or do not allow a woman to tell you how to be a man. Okay? This is what this space is for. If you need any form of agency dealing with manhood, this is what the black manosphere is for. I need brothers to understand that a woman cannot tell you how to be a man. A woman can only tell you what she wants from a man, because in a woman's nature, she nests. Women are nesters. So a woman cannot tell you how to be a man. She only can tell you what she wants. And I'm saying this because what I see go on a lot in social media with men who are seeking women on how to be better men, this is what Dr. Dre did. This is exactly what Dr. Dre done. This is what he did with his wife, Nicole Young. See, because if y'all don't know, sometime last year, and I don't remember the month, but I think it was early last year, early 2020, where I spoke on Dr. Dre and Nicole Young. When the whole threat of divorce first came up between them, I did a stream where I broke down exactly who Nicole Young was. You see? And I'm gonna link that stream to this stream when I upload it. And if y'all don't know anything about Nicole Young, go and check out that stream. But back to Dre. Dre is the kind of guy who thinks that he's a man based on the type of woman that is on his arm. He uses women to validate who he is as a man. And this is what I see going on with a lot of men today. Y'all are seeking women out to validate your manhood. A woman can never make you a man. Let me repeat that so you brothers can hear me. A woman can never make you a man. Okay? Her opinions about you is her opinions about you. That doesn't qualify your manhood. Her opinion about you and what she says she want out of a man and all of that, that doesn't qualify if that makes you a man or not. If you don't meet her criteria, you're not less of a man, my brother. This is what I want you brothers to understand. Because I don't understand why y'all so outraged about what's happening to Dr. Dre. Why y'all outraged by this? Because this is an example of when you do not properly vet a woman. This is what happens. This is what you're going to deal with every time, brothers. Every time. Don't let these women tell you, oh, all these women, all of the women not gonna do it. You believe that shit if you want to. See, if you understood this, there's no need for you to go to no woman to get no validation on if you doing the right thing with women or not. See, you need to understand a man's vetting process. You see what that says? A man's vetting process, not a woman's opinion on what you should do to get a woman. No, this is the vetting process of a man. This is how you should properly vet every woman you deal with, brothers, with this 4T method. Shout out to Dr. Holman. If you are not using this method, you are not properly vetting a woman. Don't let a woman run you down a laundry list of what she wants from you and what she needs from you, and then you start figuring out what you could do on the list. See, because then that puts her in the driver's seat. You see? See, now she could tell you what to do. Because you seeking validation. If you the leader, you don't have to be validated as the leader. Just lead. And let me let you brothers know something too. When you go and you keep seeking validation from a woman, she's going to turn around and tell you that one day. She's going to tell you, well, if you the leader, then just lead. Why you keep asking me? Why you keep doing this? Why you keep doing that? This is why you need to understand how to properly vet women, brothers, from men. If you want to know how to vet a woman, you come to a man who has the answers. And the first thing that you must assess is your time. Is your time? Is she worth your time? And be honest with yourself. We're not talking about the time you spend with her when y'all go out on a date and then the date ends up in the hotel suite. We're not talking about that time. Is she worth you going to get 2 waters on a hot summer day, going to sit down and talk to and just drink water and eat fruit with in the park? No extravagant dates, no valet service, just you and her sit down and talk, eat fruit and drink water and talk. Is she worth that? See, because this is what Dr. Dre didn't understand. See, because Dr. Dre practices a backward value system. You see, this is why these black men keep getting ran through the mud. See, it's no longer a secret. It's no longer rocket science, brothers. It is because these men are following a backward value system. They're following a backward value system where they're putting wealth over themselves. So if you putting your money over yourself, then why should you expect this woman to respect you? Why should this woman respect you when you put wealth over yourself? I thought you was the one getting the money. So if you're the one getting the money, how is the money more important than you? If you're the one out here grinding, blood, sweat, and tears, how is the money more important than those blood, sweat, and tears that you had to put in to get that money? But see, when you practice the backward value system, you don't even see that. That's not even a thought. Because you just got to get the bag. Because what? In the backward value system, the bag solidifies your manhood. And see, a woman knows when you come to her and ask her how he should be to get a woman, she already knows that you don't value yourself, brother. This is what I want you brothers to understand. You see? See, let me explain something to you. See, a lioness is a lioness because she chooses not to eat weak dudes. She chooses not to eat you. But she know you weak. And see, what we trying to do is we trying to teach brothers to stop showing up weak. Stop thinking because you don't have money that you're weak. Stop thinking because you don't have money that women don't respect you. See, because respect is has an intangible currency connected to it, just like loyalty, just like honor. You see? But when you're following the backward value system, you choose not to respect yourself. And how we know Dr. Dre didn't respect himself is because, number one, and I spoke about this in the previous stream, do y'all know that when he initially met Nicole Young, she was another man's wife? I wonder if y'all know that. Y'all let me know in the chat if y'all knew that. I'm coming to the chat right now. Salute to everybody in the chat. Shout out to my brother Ebo Sosa, man. He said, teach fam. Brothers, beware of subtle signs. Example, she wants her hair done, so she says, we need to get this hair done instead of I need my hair done before asking you for the bread. Exactly. Shout out to my brother Ebo Sosa. Ebo Sosa. Y'all make sure y'all go support my brother, man. A-Game family, A-Game nation. Salute to everybody. But did y'all know that when Dr. Dre first met Nicole, she was married? She was married already. See, this is important because he already showing that he don't understand this. He's already showing he doesn't understand this. He's already showing he doesn't understand time, toll, trouble, and threat. Because what? A married woman who shows herself to be available to you as a single man is trouble. You all listen, brothers. We all know, right? We all know if we all did dirt and did something we ain't had no business, like sleeping with another dude's woman, whether we knew it or whether we didn't, we knew the level of trouble that came with her and the level of threat. But when we're caught up in that carnality, you know, and that muscle down there is raging and pumping, we ignore number 3 and number 4. See, because Dr. Dre, when he saw Nicole Young, when he first got with her, I'ma say her fine ass, because back then, Nicole Young looked good. Nicole Young looked good. But when he met her, she was married to Sadell 3. Do y'all remember the basketball player? He used to play for the Lakers, and I think he played for the Charlotte Hornets, Sadell Threat. It's spelled threat, but he says it's threat. Sadell 3. She was married to him. She was married to him when Dre met her. And she pushed up on Dre. Now he knew that she had a husband. So he already knew that she came with a load of trouble. He already knew that this woman is going to come with a load of trouble because she already has a family that she's abandoning. This woman is abandoning her family. See, Dre didn't take none of this into consideration because he has a poor vetting process, because he don't know how to vet women at all, because he let women vet him. And that's what happens, brothers, when you let these women give you a laundry list of what they want and need, and then you try to meet them. That's not you vetting her. That's her vetting you. Now you got to live up to her standard because she already thinks she's better than you. So that's a woman you shouldn't even be dealing with no way. If she think you got to come up to her level. See, how a woman going to make you come up to her level, but then tell you to lead her? How does that work? Huh? Where are you leading her if you're already looking up to her? She's supposed to be on your program. But see, this is why it's important, brothers, that we follow a value system that values us. Because when you don't value a value system that values you, you're going to show up to a woman not valuing you. And she's going to know this. She's going to know. Listen, brothers, y'all think these women don't know that they not worth 2 pennies rubbed together? Y'all think these women don't know that? But why should they tell you? It's your job to know. You know why? Because you're supposed to properly vet her. You're supposed to figure out if she's a hyena from the vetting process. Now, if this married woman is all up in your face, she got a whole family at home, but she out here in the streets trying to get chose, bro, you dealing with a hyena, Dre. You knew that woman was married to that basketball player. But this goes back to what my brother Ronan spoke about. Shout out to my brother, the Book of Ronan, where he was telling guys, stop thinking you cute because you her little sneaky link. See, that's what Dre was in the beginning. He was her sneaky link. See, brothers, don't be a woman's sneaky link. Because what? When you have to be a woman's sneaky link, that means she comes with a lot of trouble and a lot of threat. And isn't it ironic that Nicole Young's first husband name was Sedell Threat? Isn't that ironic? Now, Dre, why would you give a woman your time? Why would you give a married woman your time? Why? I'm going to tell you why. Because she looked good and she was thirsty, right? Right, Dre? See, let's keep it real, fellas. That's why we make a lot of wrong decisions. And we think with the head in our pants instead of the one on our necks. Let's keep it real. It's because homegirl is choosing, she thirsty, and she look good. You see? But you see why it's so important that you value yourself? Because when you begin to value yourself more, brothers, you start you start controlling your carnality. Meaning, if you a guy that's used to being a woman's sneaky link, you understands what that come with because you already dealt with the results of that. You already dealt with the STDs. You already dealt with the threat of having a baby. You already had to fight a dude or almost get into some type of beef being a sneaky link. You might have to jump out a window, jump over a fence. Some dudes done got jumped in other females' neighborhoods. Some dudes didn't even make it and got killed. This goes back to the level of trouble and threat. See? So, brothers, if you don't want to be Dr. Dre, understand this vetting process. Stop dealing with women who got dudes. All right? If she got a man, I'm not telling you to not be grown. If you want to go get your rocks off, go get your rocks off. You grown. But make sure you strap up, because I just did a video about stealthing. There's a lot of women out here stealthing dudes. So make sure you protect yourself. And after that, understand that you shouldn't be spending no more time. The time you spend with a female like Nicole Young is supposed to be for that moment and that moment only. See, Dre was the guy who was sneaking off with her, who decided to wife her up. I'm pretty sure other dudes done got with Nicole. They done got with Nicole Young, but they didn't stay with her. Why? Because they knew she had a husband. They knew she had a whole family at home. Now, am I telling brothers to pump and dump women? No. No. But don't be a victim. Don't sign up to be a victim. Because a lot of you guys love to say, well, so you guys are just putting everything on the man. Y'all just blaming men for everything. No, we're not blaming men for everything. We're not. What we're not doing is we're not harping on women. You know why? Because a woman should not be able to change your behavior. If you are in tune with your masculinity and your manhood, you understand a woman can't make you a man. A woman can't make you a better man. That stuff has to already be within you. All she can do is motivate you and encourage you to do more. But she didn't make you a better man. You was already that man. And she knew the potential that was in you. That's why she pushed you. So a woman can't make you a man or make you a better man. Brothers. So you are not supposed to allow a woman to take control of the vetting process. And a lot of you guys allow women to do this based on how they look. And this is how you end up having to pay $300,000 a month. Because Dre knew from day one, he shouldn't have gave that woman too much of his time. He knew this already. He knew it. And a lot of us brothers know this. When we end up being a fallen victim to the threats that we couldn't foresee. See, if Dre understood this process, if Dre understood his nature in detail, in full, see, because Dre thought he's only a provider based on him giving up money and buying homes and buying cars and paying for groceries and paying for schools and stuff. He thought that he only provides in that way. He thought that his leadership was only tangible. You know, being a wallet. Jonathan? Anyone? Except his name is Andre. But see, if he understood that he also provides that foresight. See, that's how you lead. Intangibly. See, yeah, you paying for everything, but is your family going in the direction that you're going in? See, and that can only be determined based on a man's foresight. But see, a lot of you dudes, you're more focused on your foreskin than your foresight. See, that's what Dre was thinking about. Dre was focused on his foreskin. That's what he was worried about. So he couldn't foresee all of these threats and all of the trouble that came with this woman. He was supposed to see it from the beginning. Man, this woman got a man. I can't deal with her. She come with too much problems. When she get into problems with her husband, she gonna run to me. That's trouble. That's trouble. So he spent too much time and money on a troublesome chick that he knew was trouble. But you know why he didn't foresee the threats? Because he was worried about his foreskin. He was worried about his foreskin. See, this is what happens, brothers. This is what happens when you have a backward value system. Because, see, on the plantation, what were you? On the plantation, you was a penis and you were a wallet. Because master used you all day to make money, right? And then his woman go and drain you of your biological resources. And we know what that is. I don't even have to say the word. We just gonna call it a happy ending. But brothers, when you follow the backward value system, you are the same person that was in captivity. You're still in captivity when you follow that value system. Because in that value system, brothers, you are a penis and a wallet, just like you was on a plantation. All you're good for is working and bucking. Working and bucking. What was Dre good for? What did Nicole Young use him for? Huh? But Dre, you allowed yourself to be treated this way. And this is what we want brothers to understand. See, if you want to hold women responsible for what they do, that's what we can do. We can say, yo, y'all need to be responsible for this. Look at what's going on. But women have to hold themselves accountable, just like we have to hold ourselves accountable. You can't make anyone take accountability, brothers. Because I hear that a lot here too. You can't make women hold themselves accountable. They have to want to, and they have to have reasons to. This is why we have the Crimson Cure. This is why we have the Crimson Cure. So the men need to be telling the men that they need to be holding themselves accountable, because accountability is a self thing. You can't make a woman hold herself accountable. How you going to do that, brother? What you could tell her is she need to be more responsible for her actions. And by her doing that, that's her holding herself accountable. That's not you holding her accountable. So understand this, brothers. Hold yourself accountable. And you know what you hold yourself accountable for? For making the wrong choices based on the wrong vetting process. Most of us brothers weren't even taught how to vet women because all we knew was you get what you pay for. See, this is what we were taught. A lot of us were taught this, especially if you grew up in the inner city neighborhoods and you came from poverty. You weren't taught how to properly vet a woman. You weren't taught that. You weren't. You liked what other guys liked. You liked what other guys told you what was cool. You follow stereotypes. Come on, let's be real, brothers. When did we ever properly learn how to vet women? This is why you see our black celebrities get ran through the mud, because they don't know, they don't understand the 4T method. Dr. Dre don't understand this. Dr. Dre don't understand nothing about the gynocracy, where he's still viewed as a slave based on what he values. He doesn't understand this. So if our celebrities, if our quote unquote, and that's me putting quotes, if our quote unquote elites, black elite, don't understand how to vet a woman, don't understand their nature, if they don't understand that they're practicing a backward value system where number 10 is number 1 and number 1 is number 10. If our so-called black elites don't understand this, imagine the everyday brother. Imagine the everyday brother. And this goes for the so-called Pookies and Ray Rays, the so-called guys who get all of the women. That don't mean they know how to vet them. Those same guys who you guys get up here and think all of the women love because they like having sex with them, those men are on child support too. Those men are fighting for their children in family courts too. Some of those guys end up settling down and getting married and ran through the marriage court too, and had to pay alimony too. See, brothers, you have to begin to look at this thing correctly. If we want to see some change here. So all of that Pookie and Ray Ray stuff, that stuff need to die. Because Pookie and Ray Ray don't understand the 4 T's either. Don't think because he having sex with these women, he understand how to vet them. See, because Pookie is laying on that woman's couch because he spent too much time with her. And he didn't understand the level of trouble and threat he was dealing with. He didn't understand that. He didn't understand he was dealing with a hyena. So stop sitting here acting like, oh, well, Pookie and Ray Ray, they only put the good black men through this. Really? Who you think this stuff happens to the most? The guys in the lower echelons get done dirtier than most because of this, not understanding how to vet a woman. Understanding that the most important resource is your time, brothers. That's the most important thing. But when you practice the backward value system, you don't value your time. You replace money with time. You replace money with everything. When you practice the backward value system, it's all about the toll. It's all about how much you could pay. So you don't care about you wasting time. You don't care about the trouble this woman comes with. The fact that both of her baby fathers are jail dudes and one of them just came home and she didn't even tell you. That's why y'all got to go get a hotel room now when you used to come to the crib and chill. But now you got to go to the hotel. You wondering why? That's because one of her baby fathers is home. You don't even know that. She told you to go get a room. You just went and got the room. Not understanding the trouble. Not understanding that if you get this woman pregnant or at any time you don't do something she wants you to do, she can get you killed because her baby fathers is probably jail dudes. She could get you killed. She could call the cops and accuse you of whatever because you're laid up butt naked with a hyena. You see, Dr. Dre didn't understand this. Dr. Dre didn't understand this. See, most guys like Dre don't understand it. They don't even ponder it. It's not a thought. You know when it's a thought? When them judgments start getting handed down. When lawyers get involved. This is why these guys get so stressed. Because now they start thinking, well, damn. They start thinking about all of the signs they ignored. See, when you ignore signs and you start remembering all the signs you ignored, that's you now starting to piece together whether you should have gave her all that time you gave her. Whether if you should have gave her all that money you gave her. See, when you start evaluating, like, oh, I remember that time her phone kept ringing and then she turned her phone off. Now you start thinking. See, that's the trouble. That's the trouble. See, you weren't thinking about the trouble before. You weren't thinking about it. But now you're in child support court, or now you got to pay alimony. Now you're starting to think about those times. But you ignored them, brother. You ignored them. You can't blame her for that. So what she was supposed to say, hey, I'm about to get you. Don't let me get you. I come with all this threat. Don't mess with me. I'm trouble. That's what you want women to do? Brothers, you have to get out of this childish mindset. A woman not going to tell you the level of trouble she brings. Why should she tell you? She loves the trouble she brings. It's normal to her. Her nature is chaos. And a hyena, they dwell in chaos. A hyena dwells in it. She rests in it. What do you think Nicole Young is? A full-blooded hyena. This woman was out on the prowl with a whole family at home. Why would you be the guy to take her off the streets when you know she already running the goddamn streets? She's trouble. She was trouble for Dr. Dre from the beginning, brothers. And brothers, we have to start being honest with ourselves and admitting it. You knew that you should have not been going in Webster Projects. Why are you in Webster Projects? Why are you in Drew Hamilton Projects, bro? You live in Queens. Why are you in Harlem in the middle of the projects? And you got to take the train home. When she told you she lived in the projects, you supposed to, oh, that's trouble. And not just because she lived in the projects, because I'm not going to sit here and say there's no good women in the projects. So what I'm saying is what proves the level of threat is her inviting you to the projects. See, if she was a decent woman who lived in the projects, she'd tell you, oh, meet me at such and such. You know, because I live in the projects. I don't want you coming in my hood. So meet me here. See, that's a woman that's looking out for you. Plus, she know you coming from another borough. She know y'all going out, so she know you gonna come dressed up. So she ain't gonna meet you in her neighborhood. See, that's a decent woman. That's her what? Removing threat off the table. Okay, I'ma at least let this guy know if he dealing with me, whenever he around me, he don't have to watch his back. He don't have to watch his back. You see? But you brothers have to stop going into situations following these women. And I know a lot of y'all do this unknowingly because you just trying to get your rocks off. See, this is why I'm so candid with you brothers, because at the end of the day, we're men. And the only way we're going to get stuff done is if we deal with each other in reality. We cannot assess situations and solve problems if we don't deal with them in reality. And the reality is a lot of you brothers made bad decisions based on y'all trying to get y'all rocks off. Should those decisions have ruined your life the way they have? No, but they did. But they did. But they did. So now let's pick up the pieces. Let's find the solutions so we don't keep perpetuating the same issues. Let's teach the younger men not to perpetuate this lifestyle, not to perpetuate this value system, so they can already have the proper ways of vetting a woman, which is understanding the 4T method. See, you're not going to care about the 4 T's if you don't value yourself. You're not going to care. You're not going to care. You're going to keep exchanging your time for money. You're going to keep dealing with hyenas. Because you don't value yourself. This is why we say it starts with a value system, brothers. It starts here. It starts here. Shout out to Queen of C. Appreciate you, mamas. She said, just wanted to say I really enjoy your content. Always keeping it 100. Here's a little something to your channel. I appreciate you, Queen of C. Much love. I appreciate your support. Appreciate your support. Shout out to everybody that's in the chat. But brothers, you got to understand, it starts with you valuing yourself. This is why in the 10 life value system, it starts with the internal 5. It starts with the man, not the money. The man makes the money. The money don't make the man, because it starts with the man, the internal 5. It starts with the man. You see? It starts with you, the internal 5. Let me write that down, because I think I'm going to have to do a whole show breaking this down. It starts with you. It starts with the man. You heard what Michael Jackson said. It starts with the man in the mirror. It starts with that change, making that change, the man in the mirror. Write that down. Starts with you. Starts with the internal 5. That's what it starts with. Because the internal 5 addresses the man, you. The external 5 represents building, what you do. What you do is not who you are. See, that's what the backward value system tells you. The backward value system tells you you're not anything if you don't have a bag. This is why these young boys are spinning the block and they committing all these crimes, because they want the bag. Because they're following a backward value system that tells them you aren't anything without it. Who cares what you know if you don't have money? But like we learn here on Sheep Stay Sleep TV, wealth is tangible and intangible. You could have a wealth of knowledge. You see? Just like you could be wealthy financially and be living in a hospital on your deathbed every day. Just like you could have a whole lot of money and be able to take your woman on any shopping spree, but you can't make love to her at night because you're suffering from erectile dysfunction. Your health ain't together, brother. You can't even take her to the promised land. But you got that money though. You could take her to Chanel, but could you take her to the next level of existence? You know that place she like to go at night when the moon is out? Can you provide that way? See, you can't. See, you can't because your health ain't together. Because you focused on not the man, but the money. That's why you're not a magician. You know, you don't know how to settle arguments, you know, through massages and things. You don't know how to do that. See, that's an intangible service. you see? See, women don't, a woman don't be wanting to have to pay for that. See, we ain't gonna go into all that. But brother, it starts with you, the man. It don't start with your money. It don't start with your education. It don't start with your profession. It don't start with your social circle and who you hang out with and how much money your friends have. And no. It starts with you. And you know how we know it starts with you? Let's look at the situation here with Nicole Young and Dr. Dre. Shout out to Hill Zen. Appreciate you, family. He said, powerful, man. Join the page, everyone. Yes, sir. Follow what my family Hill Zen said and join the channel. I definitely just put some new content up for members only. So make sure y'all hit that join button. Appreciate you, family. Shout out to Hill Zen. But it ties right into this situation. You know why? Because what? Nicole Young was unhappy in her marriage. She was already married to a millionaire. Now, what did she do? She monkey branched. That wasn't hypergamy. She monkey branched. And you know why she did that? Because she was looking for Sadell, like a lot of hyenas who think they could be housewives, right? They think that when they settle down with this guy, that they're going to be happy. They think they're going to be living this life that they always wanted to live. But then some years come down the line and the situation is no longer lit like it was. You know, these women be 40, 50 years old, still trying to be lit, still trying to run the street and get lit. See, that's Nicole Young. She's still trying to be lit. And see, Dre was supposed to see that. He was supposed to see that. But Dre wasn't spending time with her outside that bedroom. You see? That's why a hyena always gonna keep you immersed in that realm. She wanna keep you as subdued as possible. So you know what she do? She wanna keep having sex. See, when you a weak guy, they want to keep you weak. So they keep throwing that thing on you. They keep throwing it on you, throwing it on you, throwing it on you. That hyena hot box. And you're not even noticing that every time y'all done, you got to wire her some money. See, this is what the Kardashians do to they men. They throw that hyena hot box on them. And then when they done, dudes is wiring them hundreds of thousands. After they done, dude call the Benz dealership and order them a goddamn Maybach. You see? Dre was not spending time with her. He was not spending time with her. I'm glad my sister, the Crimson Cure, made it clear where she said time is based on outside of the bedroom activity. Now, do y'all really think that Dre was really spending time with Nicole outside that bedroom? All they did was go on vacations. What do you think them vacations were about? Smashing and shopping. Smashing, shopping, and eating. And why would Nicole want anything else from Dre when we already know she don't want the husband? She don't want the leadership. She don't want the foresight because she already was cheating on her husband, who was already giving her that. for years. You see? This is why it says, let me read the definition. Time. Most men in today's society understand that he has to invest the intangible and non-renewable resource of time to get to know a woman. So when we talk about time, we talk about you getting to know this woman. We're not talking about getting your penis familiar with her. We're not talking about that, brothers. We're talking about you getting to know her. Do y'all think Dre did this? Brothers, how many of us failed to do this? We have to be honest. See, that's what accountability is. You can't keep lying to yourself and saying you holding yourself accountable. You see, you can't do that. You can't keep lying to yourself and saying you holding yourself accountable. Holding yourself accountable is admitting you're lying to yourself. Did I really get to know this woman? Did I? Or did we just go have drinks and tacos and go back to the room every time we met up? Think about this. Now, you didn't even really get to know this woman. So you wasted your non-renewable resource, your intangible resource. You wasted that. Now you're going to give up some money too? See, because you're only supposed to be spending money on a woman that's worth your time. If we could go sit down in a library and read a book for 2 hours, you deserve for me to pay. I'll pay for a little date because you like to read. And I'm not talking about sit there and fake like she's reading. I'm talking about actually read and sit down and speak about what we read. Brothers, you have to admit that you have a problem with spending money on women you don't even know. This is nobody blaming you. Cut it out. Grow up, brother. You're not a teenager no more, bro. Why can't a man tell you, yo, listen, this is where you messed up at, bro? And you got to work to fix it. We know it's not going to change overnight, but I have to point out to you directly where you were wrong at. You see? See, it's either you're going to keep doing the wrong thing or you're going to find out how to do the right thing. Which one? Because a woman not going to tell you the right thing to do as a man. A woman going to tell you the right thing to do for her. That's what you need to understand. Let me repeat that. A woman's not going to tell you the right thing to do. She's going to tell you the right thing to do for her. Because if she's a woman, a feminine woman is going to expect you to know the right thing to do for you. because she looking for you to lead her. So she not trying to tell you what to do, my brother. You got to know. And if you don't know, you come to men. You come to men. This is what we're about. This is what we promote in the A Game Nation. Black male agency. You come to us because we're our own agency. Us. Am I telling you to be opposed to a woman? No. But a woman provides insight. This is why she can't tell you how to be a man. Because she don't know what's best for you. She know what's best for her. She wants what she wants. That's her nature. Your nature is to lead her. Your nature is to provide this. This is your nature. You asking her to solve your problems. She can't. That's your job. That's your nature. That's why she come to you. Babe, it's a bug. You see? This is what Dre don't understand. This is what Dre didn't understand this. Dre didn't understand this. But see, I'm here to let you visionaries understand this. We have to begin to vet women correctly because we understand that the gynocracy is what? In cahoots with WS, which is out to do what? Destroy us, brothers. We are constantly dealing with a threat of extinction. You see? You see why it's important that you know how to vet your woman? You see why it's important to have a value system? A value system that values you first? Because when you value yourself first, you make better decisions in life. Because when you begin to value yourself, the thoughts begin to pop up for you. You begin to rethink, well, should I do that? Is that beneficial? Will that hurt me in the long run? See, all of this stuff starts with value. If you're valuing yourself. See, if you value yourself, brothers, you'll be able to vet and you'll be able to vet properly. But all of our entertainers and celebrities, black men that go through this type of stuff, poor vetting process. This is why in the beginning I played the song by Fabulous. It's called Too Late, where he broke down how, if y'all remember, Fabulous and his wife got into this big old thing that hit TMZ. Big old domestic dispute. And they tried to make it look like, Fab was abusing his wife. You know how they do us brothers. Drag them all through the media. Oh, he is from Brooklyn. He was arrested before for firearms. And, they tried to run Fabulous through the mud. All over a domestic dispute. But here's the moral to that story. Him and his wife and his family is still together. You know why? Because they value family. What you heard his son say, those was his two sons talking at the end of the song. The first one was his oldest son. He said, family is first. You see? Value. 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 That's what it starts with, brothers. Valuing yourself. When you value yourself, you'll vet and you'll get you a good woman. You'll get you a good woman. Like Fabulous has as a wife. That's why they still together. So, salute to everybody for coming through this evening.